Hi, welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to talk about all the horror books that I read during Halloween, and this is probably like September, October, November. Some of these are not necessarily horror, but I did read some fantasy, so I'm going to tell you all the books. The first book I read was on September 8th. I finished Ghost Boy. This is about a boy who sees a girl, ghost, and he thinks that she's his guardian angel, and stuff like that. It's basically a slow burn. It's not really a horror. I mean, it does deal with ghosts. Like, he sees his grandmother, he sees this girl and stuff, and he kind of experiences that. Okay. And that one I think I gave a 4 out of 5. I really did enjoy that one. But it was a very different middle grade. Because it did have a part where it had like drugs references, which I was like, wow. Yeah. Middle grade should not know about that, but whatever. The next book I read was on the 16th. I finished my audiobook of Children of Blood and Bone. This is a audiobook about a girl who is trying to bring back magic. Her father, or her, I think her, it's told by like 3 perspectives, which I thought were really interesting, and I really enjoyed that. But I didn't, when I was listening to it, it was only one person, so I like it when they switch up like voice actors to the different characters and stuff, so not one person reading this personality, because then it kind of gets all mixed in together. So I do like the switch of narration, and that one didn't happen in this one. So it was a little confusing. I had to look it up on Wikipedia. So this one I also rated 4 out of 5. Then The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon, which was a reread for me. This book is about a girl who is, basically she's camping with her family, or not camping, but she's going hiking with her family, and she gets lost in the woods. And it's all about her trying to survive in the woods and stuff, and she gets like really sick and throwing up, and it is very graphic and it is scary, because she gets delusional, and she gets more like sick, and it would really be interesting to see a movie on it. I mean, I don't know how, like, I mean, it would probably be really graphic, but I would like to see a movie on that, so please make that into a movie, because it's a really good book. The next month was the month of October. I read The Eye of Jade, which is the first book in the Eye of Jade duology. I did read the second book. Second book was interesting. The first book is about this girl who runs a police office. I mean, she runs a police office, not like a police office, but she runs a detective agency, basically, and she is the lead detective. And so she takes this case about that her uncle gives her about this jade, this stone that is very special to the culture of the Koreans or something. And it was okay. I think it was only a 3-star for me. I didn't love all the characters. It was more family related, so there was a lot going on with her mom, and her mom gets sent to the hospital and all about that and stuff like that. The next book I read was Phantom of the Opera, and this is going to be shown backwards, but whatever. Phantom of the Opera, and Phantom of the Opera is about this girl named Christine who's in the theater, in the opera theater, and it's about this phantom, or the music of the night, or the music, and it's really good. I saw 3 adaptations of the movie. I saw the silent film, the musical movie, and then, which I have already owned, and then I also saw the cartoon. And I would say the best one out of those 3 was the silent film. Believe it or not, the silent film kind of sticks to the story. I love the way it's filmed, stuff like that. It was really good. Then the last book I read in November, there goes all my life, was Sadie. This was amazing. This is an amazing book. This was an arc, was sent to me by Wednesday, I think, publishers. It's part of Macmillan, and this is about a girl whose name is Sadie, and it's told through a podcast, kind of trying to find Sadie, and Sadie's perspective, which she's trying to find this killer that killed her sister. And it's really, really good. It's like a road trip type of book, but it's also like true crime, where it doesn't get really solved in the end. So it's really good. It leaves the story open-ended and stuff like that. I really enjoyed that book. And on to November, which I haven't really read anything in November. I haven't finished anything. I am currently reading I'm reading one audiobook. I think it's called The Good House. And this one's about a girl. It's taking place in 2 perspectives. Again, I didn't know that it was taking place in 2 perspectives. I hate that. Like, they should make audiobooks where there's one perspective and it's a woman speaking, and if it's a male's perspective, a male should be speaking. They did that with something that they didn't need to do it with. I have forums about that. If it's not in that person's perspective, don't have a female do it. And this is kind of the same thing, but it actually helps because they do have, it would be great to have more voice actors in that one. So I am having forums about that one. And then I'm also reading Ghost Cat, which is a ebook that I'm currently reading. It is marvelous and interesting. It's about this boy. It's takes place in Hawaii. There's one part that takes place in Hawaii, and the other place takes place in Japan, in the during the Pearl Harbor. I don't know what you call it. Pearl Harbor. Contraction, I guess, or area. And I love just the slow ambience of it. The building is so interesting. I love it so much. And it's just so good. It does have some creepy factors to it, but it's more not creepy, not supernatural factors, but more, personal and, very interesting. I like that idea of it. And my favorite part of that book is probably with the, in the, now in Hawaii part, because he's got so many a list of things that he has to figure out. Like, you know, he has to figure out about his dad and the Black Cat submarine. He has to figure out, he's got to figure out a whole list of stuff about what's going on. It might be linked to, you know, this Black Cat. Honestly, I think it's going to be linked together. And then the past is just taking place on the ship, on the sub of the submarine. And right now they have a German person on board. I think it's a German, yeah, it's a German person on board. And they are not totally trusting him all the way, but no, I'm all for it. I love kind of the slow build of it. It's just like a really slow mystery, but I also love I kind of get like when they have the past, I'm like, wow, you know, I just want it to be like the future and not the past or something. So yeah, that's my kind of, I do have qualms about that because like I don't know if it's anyone else, but like when you're really interested in one storyline, I want to stick to that storyline. I don't know why. It happened all the time with, like, I think The Martian, which I gave a 4 out of 5. Love that. The movie was good as well. And that one was the same thing, but it was like, you know, different perspectives. It had like Mark Radney's perspective, and then in the middle, it like cuts off to NASA's perspective, and I'm like, what? No! You know, I was like so mad, but I'm over that, you know, I did finish it, so yeah. So yeah, and that is all the books I read. Oh, and I did read, actually, in November, I did read The Goblin Empire, and I forgot to add this. I don't know why. I just overlooked it. The Goblin Empire is about a boy who is his parents, you know, the king and his brothers die in a tragic accident, and he has to take up the kingdomship, the emperorship, and he really doesn't know how to do it because he's been basically living in, you know, reject because he's ugly and he's a goblin type creature, I guess. I don't know. He's a hybrid of some sort. And they also have, so it's kind of the mix between, I would say, Assassin's Apprentice and a little bit of that because, you know, that exile thing, not too much of that, and The Hunchback of Notre Dame, because obviously Frodo was put into exile and stuff, and yeah, he was like, don't show your face because you're ugly. So this kid ends up ruling the empire, and of course there's some politicalness in it, and there's some pretty much some intrigue. I really liked the character. I really, really liked certain characters, but the main character got on my nerve, like, really bad. The idea, I mean, he just didn't know how to rule, and it was like, he had so many questions, and I was just like, are you sure you're going to trust this person? Because, you know, you're trying to figure out who murdered your family and all that kind of stuff. It's intrigue, but I don't think it's that amazing. A lot of people loved it on Goodreads. I gave it 2 stars. But I also listened to it on audiobook, so maybe it was, like, different. Like, you know, how the person portrayed the character was weak to me, and I wasn't as interested in it. And that is all the books I've read. Please tell me below what you read during those months. I would love to see what horror book did you enjoy. I think my favorite book this month was probably, or um, these months was probably Sadie. I love this book. And The Girl Who Loves Tom Gordon, because I love that book too. So I hope you have a really good day, and happy reading, and stay reading as much as possible because, yeah, it's almost the end of the year. So get up, get your TBR down, try to read as much books as possible. I'll see you later with another video on Tuesday probably, and have a great day. Bye!